Okay, so that was my body shot. I had a different body shot earlier that was a little bit closer that my 6-year-old did, but when I looked at the video, I realized that when I pulled my shorts down, I pulled them a little too far down and all my goodies were showing, so I couldn't put that on there. So this is week 9, I think it is. 9 or 10, somewhere in there, of the Beautiful Brown Baby Dolls Weight Loss Challenge for winter. It's almost over. It'll be over on the 13th, so this is the last week, I think, or next week will be the last week. And I really, really enjoy being on this challenge. I think I gained a lot of extra motivation from doing videos and stuff like that, just kind of being like in the public or whatever. I mean, not like I have a whole bunch of subscribers, but you know, just for people, and if people are going to watch me and watch what I'm doing and things like that. But it's been pretty good. This week has been a lot better. I don't know if I think I told you guys last week I went to Max Muscle Sports Nutrition, and she just basically said that I wasn't eating enough, which I already knew. So I really attempted this week to not only eat more, but up my calories from 1,200 to 1,400. She's thinking that's maybe why I'm at a plateau, because my body is in starvation mode and it is storing fat because it's thinking, hey, I may not eat again. So it's really hard for me to eat a lot. I think I've changed my diet, and it's been, you know, a little bit more over 30 days. So it's kind of become a habit to have like a smoothie or a protein shake or something in the morning, and also maybe for lunch sometimes. That's just easier for me. It takes all the thinking out of breakfast and what am I going to eat, and oh, if I want eggs, then oh, I got to have bacon and toast and oatmeal. So it kind of takes all of that out of it for me if I just have a smoothie where I can just throw a bunch of fruit and vegetables into the blender. Oh, now I have a Ninja. Okay. And throw it all into there, and you know, get something, you know, that's delicious to drink in the morning, and get, you know, a lot of vitamins and protein and things like that. So that's easier for me, but I did try to up the food, adding oatmeal, maybe some turkey bacon, egg white omelet with veggies in it, turkey sandwiches, things like that, trying to up my calories, trying to up the things I'm eating instead of just having smoothie and a shake or something for breakfast or for lunch. So I attempted to do that, and I did pretty good some days, is getting up there to that calories. But I feel that it's weird. I feel that when I'm eating real food, and I got to get out of this, that that I'm gaining weight, that I'm bloating, that it's not going to work for me if I feed my body. And it's a terrible thing to feel that way, because that's not how nutrition works. You should be eating real food. You should be eating healthy food and getting a variety of things into your diet instead of just shakes. I mean, you can supplement like that and for a certain amount of time, but you shouldn't make that a lifestyle. You're going to have to live off of more than 2 shakes a day in a sensible meal. So, but it is, I'm just going to be honest, it's hard for me. I feel like I have some type of eating disorder, disease or something, because I start eating real food and I'm like, oh my God, I have to double my exercise because I feel like I'm gaining weight. I actually lost a few ounces eating, because I've been at 142 for at least 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm getting tired of being stuck there. And it's not just the scale. The inches aren't moving on my waist anymore, or my legs or anything. The inches on my arms and legs haven't moved at all since the beginning of the challenge. I do feel a little stronger with my upper body strength than I was before, but I haven't lost any inches on my arm, and there's still, you know, that waddle. I guess it's not as bad. I don't know. I have to go back and look at the other videos, see if it's as bad, but the inches haven't moved much there. But I'm stuck at, I went from like 42 or 40 in the waist to like 37 now, but I'm stuck at 37 for the last couple of weeks, so I'm not even seeing any improvements there in inches. It's not just the scale, but also in inches. So I'm going to continue to try to eat a variety of foods, um, and get to my goal and continue to work out. I plan on doing not insanity, P90X this week. It all depends on if my husband puts that bar up there for me, because I want to have all that I need ready to go. I don't want to start and then, oh, well, I have to sit here for 5 minutes because I don't have the materials I need. I don't like doing stuff like that. I need all that I need. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, or I'm just not going to do it at all. So hopefully he'll get the pull-up bar up for me so I can get that going and get the DVDs set, in the basement so I can do that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I always feel like I'm rushing now because of the whole 15-minute thing. I had a video cut off and then wouldn't upload one day because I was too long, and that just freaked me out. So now I'm trying to make sure I get it in. I'm still kind of on the fence, not really on the fence about the Max Muscle Challenge. I really don't think I'm going to do it. I'm just a little bit leery of just supplements, too many supplements in my diet. And I had a discussion with a friend about organic foods and things like that, and his wife being practically almost cured from stage 4 ovarian cancer. It's a long story. I may have to do another video on that. But just talking about organic foods and processed foods and things like that kind of got me thinking about some stuff. So I'm still thinking about that. One thing I did want to say was, I don't know how many of you are on FitnessPal or Spark People or whatever, but on my FitnessPal, when you finish your day out and you say I'm completed logging it, you close your diary for the day. At the end it says if every day was like today, you'd be 135 pounds in 5 weeks, or 147, either up or down, depending on what you ate that day. If you ate like that every day, and if you had the amount of activity in your day as that day, and you made every day like that for 5 weeks, it shows you, the amount you would lose or the amount you would gain. It'll give you a number like you'd weigh 137 or you'd weigh 140 or whatever. So I was thinking about doing a little experiment with that. I was thinking about basically trying to do a couple of menus that it's going to probably be about the same amount of calories and fat. It's going to take a lot of work though, but I'm thinking about doing that. Same amount of calories, fat, and carbs, pretty much kind of consistent every day for a 5-week time frame, and see if I can hit that number that it's saying that I should be. So I'm thinking about doing that, kind of challenging myself to do a little 5-week challenge of, planning my menus ahead of time, so I'm getting the same amount of carbs and fats and calories, but changing the foods up, but just staying at a specific amount, burning a specific amount of calories for a 5-week period to see if that's really true. So I'm thinking about doing that. So, let's see, what else? Oh yeah, and one little tidbit I was just thinking about is just like, I know people say this all the time, but really reading your food labels. Sometimes I go and I read food labels and I'm looking at calories and fat, and I may look at the first 2 ingredients of what's in there to see if it says whole wheat. Okay, is there whole wheat? Is there whole grain? Is that the first few ingredients that's in the ingredient list? But we forget about this whole trans fat thing, how we're not supposed to have trans fat. There are still some products on the market that has between a half to 2 or 3 grams of trans fat in them, and doesn't, there's a lot of things on there that says no trans fat and everything. They just don't say anything about it. They don't say, hey, be careful, we do still have trans fat in this product. Of course they're not going to say that, but I found a few products, I can't even remember now, in the cupboard because we threw them out, that had trans fat in them. So really go down, learn how to read a nutrition label, and really go down that label and look at everything in there. Read the first few ingredients. If it says it's whole grain bread or cereal or whatever, make sure that whole grain whole wheat is the first few ingredients, because if there are a whole lot of fillers and then it has a little bit of grain, it's not really whole grain. It should be within the first few ingredients on that ingredient list. And I also say that to say that I went to IHOP today with the family. It's my 6-year-old's birthday on the 4th, so we were just kind of doing something for her on the weekend. And I was looking at the spinach and mushroom omelet. I'm trying to make this quick, but the spinach and mushroom omelet, that is the regular one, is 910 calories. The simple and fit version of that spinach and mushroom omelet is 330 calories. What the hell? So I'm like, I look at the ingredients and I'm like, fresh spinach, mushrooms, onions, Swiss cheese, topped with tomatoes. And I look at the regular omelet and I'm like, okay, that says fresh spinach, mushrooms, onions, is the same things in there. So I'm like, what? I don't understand what the hell, what's going on? So I look at on the menu, and at the top it says the real omelets, the regular omelets, that's not on the simple and fit menu, is made with a splash of our famous buttermilk and wheat pancake batter for extra fluffiness, and then served with 3 buttermilk pancakes. So I'm like, from 330 calories to 910 calories, that buttermilk that they're adding for fluffiness and some extra carbs and calories from the wheat pancake batter just to make it fluffy. And when you do the simple and fit version of that same omelet, they're using egg substitute. You can ask for egg substitute, or that's what they use with simple and fit. They use the egg substitute with all the same ingredients. And I'm like, you really got to pay attention to this stuff, because I'd never noticed that before. And had I not been on this challenge and making some changes in the way that I eat, I would have looked at spinach and mushroom omelet from the regular omelet list and like, hey, that's good and that's healthy. Not even looked up the calories. I would have thought eggs, spinach, mushrooms, how can you go wrong with that? But really pay attention to the things that you're eating and what's in them. So I had the simple and fit, and it was really good. I guess they sauteed the spinach, and it had the Swiss cheese in there, which I love different types of cheese, but I usually top things with a cheddar cheese. You couldn't even tell. I just love it. Was really, really, really good. And instead of 3 pancakes, I had 2 pancakes with that. So I say all that to just say, pay attention to what you're putting in your body and what you're eating. I've tried to start looking at ingredients that if I don't know what it is, I start trying to look it up on, do some research on it. And I really hate research. I have a lot going on, kids, volunteering and all that kind of stuff, that I really don't have time for it. But pay attention to what you're eating, pay attention to what you're putting in your body. I'm trying to lose these last few pounds for this last week or so that I have going on, so hopefully I can make some changes pretty quick and get out of this plateau. I hope everyone else is doing well, and see everybody at the finish line, see who wins this thing, and go from there. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.